from my shop. Hey, wait. Someone's in there. There's a moose in the house.
Be gone, moose! The object of game is to keep moose out of the rooms of your house. Put moose into opponent's house, and have the fewest moose in your house when the last card is played. Moose and squirrel. Alright, enough of that. Choose a dealer. Dealer shuffles cards, deals 4 cards to each player, and places the remaining cards face down as a draw pile in the center of the plain area. Players look at their cards, but keep them secret from opponents. Basically, you have an empty house, an invisible empty house, and nothing happens, and then eventually you'll start getting room cards, empty room cards. They can be played on you, but you can't put a moose into any room until someone puts a "there's a moose in the house" card in your invisible house. "There's a moose in the house" card is a very important card early in the game, as you cannot put any mooses into opponents' houses until they have at least one of them in front of them. To play this, place a face-up in front of any opponent and say, "There's a moose in your house." Once you get a moose in the house card, it stays there for the duration of the game. You can't stop anyone from giving it to you, and you can't get rid of it. However, each player may only get one. Once all players have it, discard any extra from your hand and draw new cards to bring back to 4. If you draw any, immediately discard and then draw another card. Then people can start playing moose cards in the same matching rooms, colors. So the reds with the reds, blues, greens, purples, matching. So kitchen moose goes in the kitchen, bath moose goes into the bathroom. There's a moose in your bathroom. There's a moose in your kitchen. You can prevent your opponent from giving you a moose by playing a moose trap. Ah, yes, moose and squirrel. We need more moose traps. Moose traps get rid of moose. If someone tries to put a moose in one of your empty rooms, play it immediately and say, "Moose trap!" And then the card last play that they tried to play on you and the moose trap card go in the discard pile, and then you draw a card to bring your hand back up to 4 cards. Both players. You can also play a door card. By placing a door card on your turn on one of your open, non-moose filled rooms, that shuts the door. When you do, you say, "Slam." Permanently shuts rooms and stay in place till the end of the game. This is the only card that you may play to your own house if you have an empty room. Otherwise, you have to play on opponents. A door keeps you safe and keeps the moose out. No matter how hard he tries to knock, don't let him in. No moose. Moose? No. The player to the left of the dealer goes first, and play continues clockwise. Start each turn by drawing a card from the middle deck, and then take one card and do the following actions. Play "There's a moose in the house" card on an opponent that doesn't have one, an empty room card, or fill up a room, that, needs a moose in it. This game can get cutthroat and very annoying, and with my family and friends, that gets pretty, people get aggravated a lot. It can be aggravating. He's an annoying moose. You can play, obviously you can play a door or a moose trap as well. You play your card. If you can't play any cards, you just discard one in the discard pile. This ends your turn. And then it goes to the next player. When the last card is drawn from the drawing deck, continue playing out the cards in hands. Everyone plays out the cards in hands, taking your turns as usual. There's just no more drawing. If 4 players, 4 people cannot play, or 5 players, whatever you want, until basically no one can play a card. Like, okay, your turn. I can't play anything. What about you? I can't play anything. I can't play anything. I can't play anything. And so on. And that's basically when the game ends. If cards can still be played, the game continues. Even if, 1 player or 2 players cannot, if someone can still play, then it'll go around until, again, you can't play any cards from your hand. Keep going until all players are out of cards or cannot move. Have to pass. Ooh. At this point, add the total number of moose and the room cards, both in your hand and in your house. The player with the fewest moose, in case of a tie, the player with the most closed doors, wins. So if you have the fewest moose, you win. Most closed doors, if there's a tie, you win. If that happens, whatever. Also, did you know the origin of the word moose is thought to be from mus, M-U-S, of the Algonquian North American Indian family of languages, thought to mean eater of twigs? Only male moose have antlers. Moose are herbivores. Moose are hooved mammals. There's some tidbits. Tidbits. Naughty people. There's a moose in the house. Let me sleep. And that's basically it. Just keep playing mooses in the people's rooms and trying to stop them, and just pick people who you want to... A lot of times you can pick people who you want to lose just to annoy them or whatever. Or whatever. Play however you want, but just try to make sure you have the fewest moose. So it's a fun, simple little game from Gamewright. They have some pretty interesting, just fun little family ones that you can enjoy with the family and kids, whatnot. Be gone, moose. But hey, feel free to stop by again and we'll play some other games.